Hello, dear friends. I hope you are doing good this day. Uh, Today, I'd like to share a message entitled Stepping Out of Your Safe Zone into Your Faith Zone. Actually, this is a message I heard a couple of days ago, and I thought it's very encouraging. And basically, it's taken from the book of Numbers 13 and 14, and it involves a particular hero in that part of the chapter. Um, yeah, his name was Caleb. He was the son of Jephunneh. So in the book of Numbers, Moses had sent 12 men to the promised land to spy and report back to him. Among the 12 were Joshua, the son of Nun, and Caleb, the son of Jephunneh. They had left their safety and they had crossed the Jordan River and slipped into Canaan. Their task was to make notes of the land, study the fortification, estimate the population, and bring back enough intelligence to aid Moses so that Moses could plan the coming invasion into the promised land. However, when these 12 spies reached Hebron, they saw the descendants of Anak, who were a warrior tribe, occupying the place. They were basically giants, and so there was fear brought in to them. Hebron had been the ancestral home of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. These men, anyway, they managed to harvest some pomegranates, figs, and a huge cluster of grapes, which they had to balance on a pole carried by two of them because it was so huge. After being away for 40 days, they finally got back to Moses to report on what had happened. Now, how do you live in a safe zone? Out of the 12 spies who returned, 10 of them came back with negative results, which were disheartening. They had fallen into traps, which as Christians we have to avoid at all costs. They maximized the opposition. They magnified everything which came or was against them. They brought fear to their fellow Israelites with regard to what they saw. They said grasshoppers in the sight of giants. They reported that the land devours its inhabitants. They minimized the opportunities. Their unbelief was contagious. This caused the congregation to cry and complain against Moses and Aaron. They had forgotten how God had delivered them from Egypt and brought them safely through the Red Sea. They jeopardized the objective. The 10 men who brought back the evil report were killed immediately by a plague. That was the result of bringing in false reports and discouragement. Joshua and Caleb, however, were not touched by the plague. And all the people who listened to this evil report and complained to Moses were not allowed to enter the promised land. Their bodies laid in the desert, waste in the desert. Among this group, Joshua and Caleb were the sole survivors in this generation. So, how to risk life in a faith zone now? Caleb and Joshua were the spies who told Moses that they should go and possess the land. They said the land was flowing with milk and honey. However, there was severe opposition against them. God, however, heard their cry. Joshua had succeeded Moses and he led the Israelites into the promised land. When Caleb had entered the promised land 45 years later, he was 85 years old. Imagine. But he had faith which had grown over the years. He was a risk taker. He was excited about his future and he was ready to take on the descendants of Anak. He was enthusiastic about his assignment. And Caleb drove out the 3 sons of Anak, although Joshua was unable to do so. and Caleb had wholly followed God. So, friends, as an encouragement, I would like to say that we should move forward like Caleb in the Bible and take risks when God expects us to do so. So, if you're free and you have the time, I would suggest that you read these chapters again, Numbers 13 and 14, and you'll get a better picture of what actually happened. Be blessed. So right now, let me bless you with this. The Lord bless you, keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you, be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you his shalom peace. Be blessed.